Hello.
Hello. Okay, that seems a bit better. Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. If anyone is actually watching, please leave a message in the chat. uh, Anyone? Can you hear me? Anyone? I'm gonna guess that you can hear me because the slider on here is moving, and I think I can hear. Wow, there's only a couple of seconds difference in when I say things to when they come through on the actual stream. Oh, I forgot to move the slider down so I can see the chat. There we go. We don't want to remember the password. Perfect. There we go. Ah, right. So I'm here. I'm here. I'm trying to make it clear. So hopefully that's good enough for you guys. I will be back in just 1 second. Okay, I am back. Hopefully, whoever is watching right now, it says there's two of you. Who's there? Ah, you know what? It doesn't matter. Sorry, I'm. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so the build. So far we had made this frame last time. We did not make this. I made this outside of the stream. This is the crossbar. This was like it was very quick. I saw it and I was like, okay, let's get that out of the way now quickly, just so that we can not have to worry about that next time. I was hoping that I would do some kind of pre-prep in order to make it a lot smoother this time. But I literally just had no time. I talk about having no time a lot. I literally do not have that much time to do things. And I need to go today at 8:30, so I will be on until that time, which is about 2 hours and 15 minutes away or so. Okay, so yeah, here is the printer so far. Oh god, X-axis. I can move stuff around. Here we go. Here's the printer so far. We have the Prusa. It has a bed. The bed slides backwards and forwards very nicely on its um, X-axis or Y-axis. Definitely not Z-axis though. One of them other two. Okay, so I'll move the stuff out of the way. Oh, that was a bad print from the other printer. Definitely not from this one because it's not finished yet. Okay. Ready. We're ready to go. I'm just going to do one message out. Um, Twitter.com. I might have hashed 3D printing. YouTube.com /MK3/live. There we go. Okay, yeah, sorry. There's been a lot of prep to get me up to this level, I guess. And there's been no building yet. Yeah, so here is the Y-frame. That'll go up and down here. I'll move that out of the way for now because I think that comes back. It does come back next point or next time. But I need to do a few steps before that one comes out. Okay, so the Z-axis assembly. This is where we are now. Yeah, so we'll start from the top. Let's have a look. Printed parts aren't the same. There's a left and right oriented piece. See the pictures. Okay, so we need a couple of different Allen keys. We have some spares here already, which is very interesting. I'll throw these into a bag and leave them behind me so I don't get them messed up. Got anything else? This is the Z-axis, so let's look through here for the Z-axis stuff. When I was building this part here, screw that down a bit. This part here, this is an extra bit that has been recently added in, but the parts were not there for it. There's a screw there, and then you need a bolt, a nut to go in that little hole just above the motor. And I'm guessing you can use that to tension the belt next, well, probably later on in this chapter actually. So that's not good that they didn't actually have the part there for it. Yeah, so let me just spray all this stuff out. We've got Z-axis, E-axis. It's interesting stuff. E-axis, LCD, PSU, and heat bed. Z-axis, E-axis, E-axis, PSU, cable. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so what we have, this is probably going to be quite easy actually, I think, because we do have all the stuff here for it, and it is just bolting a few parts in from what I can tell. So yeah, we'll just pull these out. There's a lot of nuts and bolts and screws and stuff in here. That's always good to see. Got the Z-axis here. I will probably be live streaming on Thursday as well, just so you know. And also next week there might not be many videos. Maybe one video just explaining why there's no videos that week. If not, I might try and put together a little video on, I don't know, like the live streams, maybe like a catch up or a quick like a time lapse of it all or something like that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that is quite an epic shot of the Prusa from the top, I guess. But we don't need that in the shot right now, so move them away. Get out of the way. There's another rubbish, not rubbish, but empty bag. Some more rubbish here. I'm throwing stuff in the correct like areas this time, because last time I literally threw things everywhere and I had to spend a fair bit of time afterwards tidying my room. Here is a belt. Now that belt is going to be for the X axis. Remember, X is across. That is a good way to remember that, I guess. Okay, so printed parts aren't the same. You want to hold it this way, you want to hold this one this way, and it would show you. Ooh, I don't think that's meant to be in there. Or if it was, it's a bit soon. Oh, maybe it was. I don't know, we'll find out. Alright, so there's these two bits here. There's three. Let's pull the screws out. Ah, that's interesting. Them parts are printed pieces. Alright, Z-axis Mark 3. Yeah, what I mean about that is I've seen where these go, and they go at the bottom of the lead screws, I believe, which is kind of strange to me because, yeah, the bottom of the lead screws. Oh, move these out of the way. Let's move them up there. Now the heat bed has been a pain, an absolute pain, to leave around anywhere because it's very magnetic. So yeah, I mean, if you're going to do what I do, make sure you do it quick and within like a few days, especially if you don't have much space. If you have loads of space, then there's no worries. Okay, so we keep the tools over here. It's good to keep a clean workspace, I guess. So we'll move all this stuff back a bit. Oh, actually, we do have a bit of space over here, so we can move that back. There we go. Look at that. Loads of space. Okay. Yeah, right. So this one needs to go like this, I guess. Now we want the hole on the outside. The small hole to go on the outside. That's what I was trying to say there. Ah, very strange. And like that. So that will go there. We need that one to go there. What goes behind it? Are these? Do they have the hole bits? I don't think they do. They shouldn't do. Huh. Strange. Okay, well, it needs M10s for these screws, so we'll get the M10s out. Here we go, 333. So let me just find out if that is. I think it is. So it doesn't need a nut because it's actually on the bed. That's interesting. That's very interesting. That must have cost a lot to make this this frame, because oh my god, there's a lot of stuff to it. Right, so we'll spin that around. Yeah, it's got the threads in the frame. That's pretty cool. It makes it a lot neater, so you don't have to have a massive thread on the back. Come on. Where's the hole on this side? Here it is. Now it's times like this where I wish I had like a power drill or something like that to do this part. Unfortunately, I'm stuck with this very cool little Allen key. Actually, this one's not too bad. There we go. Wow. Now these are because they're apparently everything on here is like precision fit, so everything is made to be precise. So that is me tightening them fairly tight. Place the printed part next to the frame. See the picture for the correct orientation. The small circular openings must be facing outward. That's something that they should just say at the top. That would make it so much easier, I think. Because always do I see the picture first, and then I kind of read a little bit. But yeah, tighten each printed part with M3 10 screws. The realness of this is that if two of them are in, the third one should just slip straight in. Should just slip straight through. Here we go. Okay. Okay, we're doing pretty well here. We're not doing bad. Now I feel like these should be done like fairly hand tight, but only because they're printed pieces. Like, oh, someone's dodgy exhaust going past. I don't know how far you can tighten these kinds of things because they are printed pieces, obviously. Don't use excessive strength for using tightening. In case of increased resistance, try to place the screws from the other side. Try to place the screws from the other side to clean up the hole, then return to the front side. Oh, it means in the hole, in the screw holes. If it's too tight, then screw it from the other side before you do it. Yeah, there we go. That's cool. That's good. Wait, did I put it on the... I did put it on the right side of the frame. That's good. Okay, so what's up next is placing the Z-screw covers. Okay, wow. So we are literally going to be go with all of the motors in a second, because this little box of goodies over here, we've got one lead screw. I mean, this one's just kind of ruined the show a little bit because it's a freaking... This is the one for the extruder. Can put that over there. Whatever, mate. Get the other screw, lead screw out, and look at that. Isn't that nice? Now, we don't need this box anymore because there's nothing else in there. Hopefully, anyway, we can just bang it back together, and I'll stick it under the table for now. Because that's out of view, out of mind, out of sight and all that stuff. Okay, cool. So, what we have now is two lead screws. Now, they both have different size cables. Oh, they do say left and right on the back. So, they come with the lead screw on there. It says take it off. Remove the trapezoidal nuts from the motors. Don't throw them away, you'll need them. Okay, screw the Z screw covers onto both lead screw. So these things? These go on first? I need to see what this is supposed to look like. This is very strange, actually, because I would have thought that this goes on top. Maybe it just doesn't. Maybe it doesn't go on at all. It does say take that off though. For the note each Z-axis motor has different cable length. Yeah, we know that. Z screw cover. Remove the trapezoid nuts. You'll need them. Screw the Z screw covers onto both of these screws. Covers should still be screwed fully to the motor. Not too tight. The motor must be able to spin freely. I wonder where this bit goes. Let me try and get that in view. Ah, shit. That's not good, is it? Oh man. Okay, fine. So now we have this part here, and we have to try and put that down to the bottom. Oh, that is working. That's working. Right, so we'll spin this down. This is just the worst. Like, why would they do this? Oh, what is the purpose of this thing? I guess it's to... Whoa. That's an optical illusion. Okay, so it's not... I span it and I thought it's moving down, but it's not actually moving down. It is just kind of staying still. Wait, can you see any of that? I span it and I thought it was moving down, but it's not moving down. It's easier to see that it's not moving down on the screen, because it's not moving down the screen. But it does kind of look like it's moving down, so that's the weird thing about it. Okay, so yeah, we'll move this all the way down. It's really strange. I don't know why we don't need these 4 things. I guess they don't have anything to bolt onto down here, so they're not a part of that. That's fine. Okay, so... Okay, so I screwed that down. Now it's right at the base of this thing. Hopefully you can see that fairly well. But yeah, that looks good. It spins freely, as you can see. There's literally nothing holding it back. Perfect. Right, okay, so I guess I'll do the same with the other one as well. Oh dear. These are things that I should have prepared previously, because these are things that are like a bit tedious, a bit annoying, and are no fun to watch whatsoever, because I'm literally off camera doing this. I guess if I had 2 cameras, one facing me and one facing the table, it wouldn't be too bad, but literally just one. Okay, so it's a little bit tight to get on at first, but after the first little bit, it's good as gold. So we'll spin that all the way down the rod. And we'll see how it goes. Oh damn. Screw the Z screw covers onto both of these screws. Ha ha ha. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to get that out of the way real quick. But yeah, as you can see, this is also on here, very close to the bottom. Literally, I don't think it could get any closer. But yeah, it moves freely still, so that's a good thing. I guess I did drop a thingy down, but it seems to have landed on the chair, so that's fine. There it is. Okay, cool. So what's next? Next, it wants me to try to torch me. I paid all this money for a printer, and now it wants me to put it together. God damn. Yeah, I've wanted this for a long time, so I shouldn't say stuff like that. So we have this again. We need to do 4 more of these for each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's not very difficult to do. Next up is something to do with the screw thing that we just taken off. Okay, that's cool, that's good. Okay, fine. Yeah, so now when it says left and right, does it mean left from left side, from my left, from facing the front kind of left? Or does it mean right? Okay, red is the axis left. Shorter cable should go this side. That is fine by me then. Can it fit that way? No. Well, that's fine. Or can it? I don't know if it can. Okay, so it's underneath. Is it facing? What way has it got a face? I don't know. Does it face directly up? Motor cables must be oriented towards the frame. There is a small cutout in the frame on the lower edge for each cable. Fine. Wait. Oriented towards the frame. Okay, so there's a small cutout in the frame on the lower edge for each cable. Secure each motor. Fine. Fine. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to touch anything there, I don't think. So it should be fine. This is cool. This is good. This is progress. Progress. How am I going to call it? Next page, we bring the other part in, which should be interesting as well. That's cool. So move that over there. Now I'm going to do it this way because I want to. But I also think this will probably be the easiest way to do it. So we do it this way. I'll put one on that side as well. And then I can turn the printer up to its correct orientation. And hopefully then oh shit. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay. It's very interesting the amount of precision that is with this printer, especially even though it's mainly, or not mainly, but there's a lot of like printed parts here. So yeah, I suppose it shows the trust that you can put into this printer if they're literally 3D printing parts for their own printers with their printers. That's a bit of a weird one to say. Okay. So yeah, this part's probably not great because you can't really see any of it. But I tell you what I could do. I've got an idea. Here we go. Now you can kind of see a little bit of what I'm doing. So we'll stick this in here. This in here. Now, I mean, I'm just tightening screws right now. Like, there's literally nothing interesting about this. So, if any of you guys are here, tell me about your day. How's it going? How's it going? What are you doing today? Anything fun? Print any things? Anyone? Had any songs stuck in your head today? I've had a few songs stuck in my head today. I can't remember what they are now though. But they were awful. Awful songs that I should never have stuck in my head. That's tight enough. That's tight enough. That's definitely tight enough. And that is not going anywhere either. Ha! Perfect. Alright, let's turn it the other way so I can reach it easier. Yeah, over here. Over here. And over here. Yeah, so, I mean, it's definitely looking a bit more like a printer now, isn't it? It's definitely a bit more printerish. Wow. Cool. That is good. That is good. Just two more and we can move on to the next page. Which is good. It's really good. I can't wait. In fact, while I'm screwing these down, I don't need to look at them because they're in an easy to use area. There we go. Now what's it saying? For the following step, please prepare the two trapezoid nuts. M3 by 10 screws, I need 4 of them. M3 18 screws, need 4 of them. In the first batch, these screws are in a separate bag. That's good for them. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick 2 minutes, have a drink, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. That was probably not even 2 minutes actually. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay, fine. So we will have these two lead screws. There's a very few things that are required now for that. And none of them are that camera. sure everything seems tight. It is all very, very tight actually. That's interesting. It's very good. Okay, so we have this part here. This is the arm that I created off cam. Yeah, off camera. Now, it needs a few things done to it. And that is, it needs these two to be on the top here and up here. Okay, that's fine. Fine. So, it needs the nuts on the bottom, of course. Well, the thing is about that, it could make it very awkward to put the nuts on the bottom because there's nuts in this thing, and if that tips upside down, it might. Oh, jeez. It might lose the nuts out of it. Hopefully, they won't be too hard to get back in, I guess. Oh, excuse me. I'm just going to try and put this nut in there, because it's a very awkward shape to go in. There we go. There we go. Does that need a square one or a trapezoid? Yeah, the trapezoid nuts. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. Wow, this is very difficult to do. There we go. There's one. Okay, fine. Now we need the two of these. Yes. M10. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, so wait, there's two different versions of this. Or is there? You can use either the M10 or the M18 screws with this. Why is that a thing? That doesn't make sense. Whichever ones fit. I mean, they should both fit. Maybe they won't. Maybe we need that one. Okay, that's very strange. Okay, well, I'll try it with the M10s first. We'll see how that goes. And then if that doesn't work, which I can imagine it's not actually going to work. By looking at it from here, that looks way too low for it to work on this one. Yeah, no, that's nowhere near. I mean, it's got tight in there, I guess. Okay, so that's fine. What I'll do is I'll stick the two opposites in here like that. Stick them down the hole. Oh, damn. Oh no, that's nearly falling out. That's not good. Alright, fine. I'll try and push that back in there. This is awkward. This is really awkward. Huh. dear, no. Okay, so we'll screw this side on. That's definitely the right one for it. It needs to be that one. Now, there's a really awkward thing about the other nut and bolt is, I don't know how you're supposed to get that through. I might have to pull it out and, well, try resit that again, because that is very awkward to get in. Oh, it's really awkward. Really awkward to get into that corner. I might even have to undo. I might even have to remove that other one just to be able to get into the into that hole. Oh, this is annoying. Okay. What can I do? I need a small but very strong bar that I can use to just kind of rotate it around a little bit, but there's nothing like that, really. Let's try to push it in with a screwdriver, shall we? Okay. Fuck. Yeah, one fell out. Okay, well, you know what? It doesn't matter anymore then. So I'll just try and grab this nut out. And it's not. It doesn't want to come out now, does it? Oh dear. Wow, this is really hard to do. It's like rocket science, some would say. Right, this might work this time. Will this work? Come on. Oh my god. What is wrong with this corner bit? Right, back it up. Let's back it up. Right, let's try a smaller one. Let's try a small Allen key. Hook it in there. Let's go through it. Let's go through it and pull it in. Could help. It did not help. Let's try a slightly smaller one. Okay, fine. Then we'll try and push it out with this one instead. Oh my god, I'm so gassy today. What's going on? So I'll find out it's meant to be like a square in the corner or something like that. All right, I'm going to reread this part just to double check to see if this is what's actually going on here. In the first batch here, screws in a separate bag, M3N nut. They're round ones. In case you don't press the nuts in, don't use excessive force. First check there isn't any obstacle in the nut trap. That's such a horrible name. Oh dear. Okay, fine. Oh man, this is annoying. For God's sake. Oh, this is really bad. I've got it like jammed there and I don't know how to get it out. Oh, it's just the worst. Just the worst. The thing is, it didn't seem that stuck earlier, so I was able to wiggle it about still. So, yeah, I can still wiggle it about. So let's see. I'll move it this way. Give it a couple of taps. A love tap. Prod it this way. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so wow, all of that for that. Freaking heck. Fine. Next time, I will definitely check the nut trap. Oh dear. Okay. So how am I supposed to fit that into there? Okay, that's not too bad. It seems to be a bit more manoeuvred into the hole. Let's just try and wedge that around a bit more. Oh god. Come on. Throw me a freaking bone here. Here we go. Right. Fucking. Let's stick the bar in, I'll twist it, and we'll hope for the best, shall we? Oh. Okay. Seems a little bit further in now. Let's hope that this is going down. Is it going down? Wow, this is like the most awkward part that I've had of this so far. I mean, everything up to now, I think, has been fairly smooth, you know, like with building and stuff. This nut just don't want to play ball at all. Like, seriously. It's really annoying. Man, it really does not want to play ball. Maybe that helped. We'll find. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oh, fine. Whatever. We'll try this again. With this, we'll wedge it up into that corner there. Because that seems to... That seems pretty good. Come on, please. Please. Is it going down? It's not moving. I'm starting to think maybe it's a dodgy nut or something. Because that should definitely be okay. The way it is now. Where it is. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh my god. I'm actually super warm right now. It still doesn't want to go in. Wow, wow, wow. That is really annoying. That is really, really something else. Wow, okay. So, fine, whatever. We will leave that for now. I'll come back to it in a minute. After I have, like, you know, had a bit of a relax. Take a bit of, like, time. Take a bit of time. Now, I don't know why that would not fit in there, like, properly, or whatever, but, you know. It's just the worst. It's literally like, the worst thing. Now, I will try it from here. And we'll see. Does it like that corner? I mean, it kind of looks like it's fit in there correctly this time. For the other one, wait, are these face up or face down? They're meant to be face down. It's upside down anyway. Ah, that kind of makes sense. Because then there's literally no, it's not, it's just flush. It's just flush. That's very nice. That's very nice. But it still does not want to play ball, I'll tell you. Does it? No, it really doesn't. This corner is a absolute nightmare. Okay, I'll leave that screw out as well, and I will... Ah, man, I have literally no contingency plan for if I cannot do this. Like, literally, I just have to keep trying until until we're done here. Oh dear. Alright. Oh, that feels different. That's... Oh my god. It did a thing. Guys. We've just beat the boss on level 3. He is an absolute dick, but we've made it through and I feel so much better now. But the fight is not over because we have the other one to do still. But maybe I could try and do whatever I just did then. Some voodoo crap. Oh my god. This is the main problem with electronics of this size, is that it's very hard to hold them sometimes. It's very hard to hold them sometimes. So okay, so man, I hate Allen keys. They're like the worst thing. Alright, we'll turn this until it gets a little bit hard. There we go. Turn this one until it gets a little bit... Okay, there we go. Well, we know that's not going anywhere, so that's something, I guess. I will undo this one because this one is in the wrong way. I've probably lost like a couple of nuts out of that middle thing, the carriage or whatever, and that is going to be a bit of a ball ache, but it's okay because we managed to get this other screw thing in. You know what? I thought this would be an easy bit. I really thought this part would be super easy. There we go. Right, it's up, it's out. There we go. Now, what I could do, what I did with the last one, which might work with this one, so I did this. A little bit of brute force with the screwdriver. Fixes everything, right? Okay, so it definitely wants to go in there this time. So let's see what we can do. So we'll put that there, stick this through here, and I mean, oh, that was weird. Okay, I think I've found a way into it. Oh god. Okay. There's something weird about that because it's really not happy about it. I'm worried that I've just slightly cross-threaded the bolt. But it is going in, so I suppose either way, maybe I kind of pressured it into working. Let's have a look, shall we? Well, it doesn't look bad. So that'll do. That will do. Oh dear. Okay, fine. So this one should just drop down. And we could screw that in, and then we'll be done with these two pages, like the worst pages that I've ever had to deal with through this book so far. Carefully rotate the X onto its backside, insert the trapezoid nuts into each X end. Note the correct orientation of the nuts. Right, okay, yeah, because they face with the thing down. Okay, cool, yeah, fine. Tighten the nuts with the M10 or the M18. Longer screws are needed in case of XN version B6 or newer. It's very weird that they have changed it so that they need to be longer for it. There we go. Well, that's not going anywhere, and neither is that. Design of your X-end printed parts might slightly differ, but the assembly process is the same. Excellent. Now assembling the X-axis and smooth rods. Haha! Wow, okay, so we need to move this down onto the actual printer now. So this will become, it will become one with the printer. Okay, so let's try and find out where these nuts fell out from. So it was just from the bottom. Okay, that's fine. That's not too bad. Just two from the bottom. So the one in the middle, from what I can see, is still there. The two from the top are still there. It's just two from the bottom. That's okay by me. That's very okay by me. There's one. Ah, come on. There's two. I'll remove that there. Move that there, and here we go. Okay, cool. So, let's move this stuff all up here. Move that there. And now what we could do is just drop this down, hopefully. Which way does it go? Now, it does say something. Aside from the X-axis, please prepare for the following step. Smooth rods. Okay. Carefully slide the X-axis onto the trapezoid lead screws. By rotating both screws simultaneously, let the X-axis slide until both screws are visible. Until both screws are visible. Huh. That doesn't want to go on there. That's very strange. It came off of there. Oh, I see. Needs a little bit of pressure. Wop, 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 wop. Why? Why? Why does it only want to do one at a time? That's really strange. Carefully slide the X-axis on by rotating both screws simultaneously. Let the X-axis slide until both lead screws are visible. Make sure the top smooth rod and the lower edge of the frame are parallel. Now please be very careful. Gently insert the remaining smooth rods through the bearings all the way down in the sprinted parts. Do not apply too much force and do not tilt the rod. Oh dear, okay. Fine. this... Oh, you can't even see any of this stuff. Here we go. Now I'm trying to make it so that I can twist it onto both of these at the same time, but it doesn't. It's very temperamental about that, and it will say it'll turn one, but it won't turn the other, which is very weird. So if we let this one, hmm. Could they be on the wrong side? Hello? This is very strange. Like, I don't know why that's not working. I don't think I could have damaged it in this time. I bloody hope not anyway. That did nothing. The thing is, they're a little bit greasy. Or maybe not. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's something else. But yeah, it doesn't want to turn. Hang on. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, I might have something for this. Let's have a look. Let's see if this works this side. Wow, this is really hard to do. Why is that just not doing it? It just doesn't want to. It just doesn't want to go anywhere. This is very strange. Alright, what's it saying? Okay, this is kind of going down. Good enough, I guess. That's really hard to turn. There's definitely a lip underneath the thing at the bottom. That's very strange. Okay, let's see. So it's not very in line right now. This one spins perfectly easy, really freaking easy. This one does not. Really weird. I don't know why. Really weird. Huh. I don't know. Thing is, I didn't have a hard time getting the thing off of it. Okay, so fine. So the thing that they apparently use to make sure this is all level is you kind of look at it from here. Make sure there's a tiny gap here. Make sure there's a tiny gap there. I mean, I was just literally looking at it. So it's probably not the greatest of ways to tell. Let's have a look. Carefully slide the x-axis on the trapezoid door as usual. Lead screws by rotating both screws simultaneously. Let it slide until both trapezoid lead screws are visible. Make sure that top smooth rod of the x-axis and lower edge of the frame are parallel. Okay, in case you managed to... Okay, so now it wants you to put the x-axis rods in. Yeah! This is the easy part, he says as he breaks probably like several bearings trying to put this thing in. No bearings were broken during the assembly of this thing. Good. Now this side. Yes. Perfect. Okay, so that's in the hole. That's in the hole. That's good. That's great. I don't like how I can spin this one like freely like this, and this one is like tight as a freaking something else. But maybe that will fix itself if you drive it up and down a few times or something like that. I don't know. Hopefully that's what will happen. It's very, very tight. Like literally very hard to move with the hands. I'm starting to wonder if there's something wrong with the fucking with the piece now. That piece, because there's something wrong. There must be something wrong there. I guess I'll figure it out afterwards. But yeah, we'll find out. I'll at least get through this chapter today. And I'm on page 9 of 24. Wow, Z-axis, this is the Z-axis assembly. So is this actually the... Ah. Ah. Oh, there's not actually that much left of this. I'm not gonna lie. There's not a huge amount left of this, but that's fine. That's good. That's good. I'm happy about that. Okay, cool. So we need 10 nuts. We need the the bits that go at the top. Here is a lead screw holder, and what this is going to do, I think, is go on here, cap the top of it off, or maybe that side. No, definitely not that side. This side. Must go this side. Oh, jeez. Cap the top of it off, hold it in place, and yeah, everything will be perfect when that's in place. It will just be nice and neat. There we go. Look at that. Now, I don't know how you're supposed to screw that in when all this stuff is already here. Z-axis top left, Z-axis top right. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly obvious where it fits, I guess. So that's not an issue. Place the Z-axis top left part on the rods and align it with the frame. Yeah, ensure the holes in the printed part are fully aligned with the holes in the frame using the 2 and 10 screws to tighten the Z-axis top left part. Do not use excessive strength when tightening. In case of increased resistance, try to place the screws on from the other side to clean up the hole. Then return to the front side. Okay, cool. So this is a very rinse and repeat step. So I guess I'll just get on with it, I guess. I'm not sure whether to put the other one into the hole first. Actually, nah, it'll be okay. Haha, there we go. Look at that. That's nice. Oh. Does that fit in the hole properly? It seems to be fitting in just nicely. Perfect. Ah, there we go. So that's tight. Hi Matt, welcome to the stream. It's kind of quiet at the moment, but yeah, I'm putting the printer together. Okay, that was one side. Now to the other side. Finally, we're making some more progress. Matt, do you have one of these printers? I wish. Yeah. I've been wanting this for a very long time, and now I've finally got my one. Do you have a different type of printer? One day, yeah. Huh. CR10 and a Delta. Oh, nice. I was considering between the CR10 and this one, to be fair. Oh, okay. Is it good? Been treating you well? Oh, okay. That's cool. That's a good present. Ah, here we go. Okay, so that's the top bit done. I'm a little bit worried at the moment because the lead screw on this side isn't turning very easily. I'm just kind of hoping that it'll loosen up after a few uses. Oh dear. Um, okay, yeah, so these are now then. Oh, now it goes into the back of the carriage. Step 10. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's partially what made me want to go for this one. Was I wanted to, because I do a bit of modelling on the side as well, not like 3D modelling and stuff. Um, so I wanted to have a printer that would be a bit more reliable. Well, I've got the ANET A8 at the moment, and that's I mean it's held up well, but it's just not reliable enough, if you know what I mean. Ah, I just realised I'm looking for a part that's already on the printer. This part. Um, right, okay, so that's pretty much, that's the front side of the printer done, I guess. So that's, man, that's just way too stiff. That's really annoying. Um, if you have the old design, go to step 19. The new design, go to step 11. Insert the flat. Oh, okay, we're on the belt now. Ah, okay. So now I want to see the back end of the printer. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely the new design. Should hope so as well. Okay, so that part of the belt is through. I'll move that over here. Oh, I did the wrong side first. God damn it. Stay. Okay. Okay, that's tough. It's tough to see from this side. I need to walk around. Okay. Okay. Let's pull that through. And then push it back through. There we go. Yeah, so that goes through the hole in the middle, as it should do. Poke it through the other side first. This is a really awkward angle to get to. Oh. Okay, so pull that in from the bottom, goes through the top, back through the hole. Haha. Before you, okay, I will read the next part. Guide the X-axis belt through the X end either around the 623H bearing with the house and housing and something. Continue with the belt through the Y carriage. Note there are slots below the belt for those will be used for cables. Slots below the belt. Oh, I see. Okay, cool, perfect. Guide the X-axis through the X end motor around the GT210 pulley and back. Cool. Yep, that goes around there. Before you continue to guide the belt through the X-axis, please release 2 M3 screws on the X end. Release these 2 screws. Make sure column screws. Rotate it towards the frame. Interesting. It kind of clicks in and out of position for this motor over here. Insert the flat part. Wait, no, sorry. Rotate it towards the frame. Insert the flat part of the GT2 belt into the X carriage, as in the second picture. Use the screwdriver to push the belt in. There will be belt overhang on this side, so don't trim it. Don't trim it yet. Using the right hand, hold it. Using 2 fingers on your left hand, push the belt together. Very full, small force should be fucking. Sorry. The belt just fell straight out. Oh my god, that's just the worst. But the belt shouldn't be bent by its own weight. Spinning the belt being under or overstretched, just the amount of the belt in X carriage. Ah, interesting. This time. Okay, that's cool. I've got about half an hour more. It should say straight. I'd say it's pretty straight. It's not, like, it bends, but it's not too bad. If you're struggling to rotate the motor back into position, the belt is too high, depending on the carriage being under or overstretched. When done, rotate the motor back to its original position and tighten the M3 screws again. Tighten. Both top and bottom part of the belt should be parallel above each other. To adjust the position, move it into the... okay. When do I cut the belt? Testing the new... okay. That's interesting. The further left it goes, the further right or forwards the belt moves. But I mean, it's not a huge amount. I don't think it's any kind of issue. Yeah. back to its original position and tighten the screws again. Both top and bottom of the belt should be parallel above each other. To adjust the belt position, release the screws on the pulley and move it slightly until you reach the best position. I think it's pretty much where it should be. Huh. Okay, tighten both screws on the pulley. Right, so that one just kind of looks at it like that and says if it's going the right way or not. I would say it's fine. Okay, so next up, use the techniques described below to test if the belt is properly stretched. Use pliers to hold the X-axis motor shaft. Well, okay. Move the X carriage towards, don't use excessive force. Use some pliers to hold X-axis motor shaft. Interesting. So it does make that noise. Oh wait, I didn't have it in the tensed side. Let's try this again. Do that. Ah, interesting. That's fine. If the belt is stretched properly, you should feel a resistance and the X carriage won't move at all. If the belt is too loose, it will deform, create a wave, and jump the teeth of the pulley. Belt too loose, return to step 15 and repeat all steps until now. You have to rotate the motor and retighten the belt in the X carriage. Shortening the belt length by moving one or two teeth outside the X carriage should be enough. Yeah, perfect. Trimming the X belt axis. New design. So it says to use like some. We recommend getting a white marker so you can trim the belt without. So you can also trim the belt without it. Measure the part which must be trimmed and gently take the end of the belt away from the X carriage, but make sure at least 4 to 3 teeth are still in the X carriage as you don't want to lose the tension. If possible, make a mark where to cut the belt. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go about there. I mean, I don't know how many people do it the way that they say and take it away and then cut the belts and then come back. I think most people would probably just kind of eyeball it like I am right now. Using pliers, cut the belt and push it inside the X carriage. Use screwdriver, Allen key if needed. Ensure your mark is in the correct place. So I'll cut it a tiny bit shorter. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so I will remove that part of the belt, put it back in, and fold it over. Now I'll push it in properly. Oh shit. I'll unhook it and do that again. Oh god damn it. Huh. Okay, so that's been pushed in. Now we want to use a Allen key to nudge the belt in the rest of the way. Okay, I think that's good. So what we'll do is we'll keep that click down, tighten this up. One. Ooh, that made a funny noise. 2, 3. Okay, so the bottom one is a little bit loose. But yeah, oh jeez, what happened then? Why is that moving? Am I just pushing too hard? Yeah, no, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay, good. So now we have the Y belt is assembled. Yay, that's good. Man, that is a lot of stuff to do. In this step, we'll finish tensioning the belt. Please read the instructions first. Your belt might be properly tensioned already. First, slightly release all the screws holding the motor. I've done that so many times. Use the Allen key. Start screwing that one in until blah blah is checked. In step 14, you are asked to have the belt a bit less stretched. However, for optimal performance, the belt must be a bit harder to press with your fingers. Move the wire carriage all the way to the X end idler and try the belt tension in the middle of the X axis. Okay. Oh shit, where was I reading? When you achieve optimal tension, please tighten the screws again. In case you experience X-axis failure during calibration or skipped layers in the X direction, you can adjust the screw accordingly. Tightening the screw stretches the belt. Releasing the screw, opposite effect. Each time, don't forget to release the screws on the motor first. Ready? Please jump to step 25. Oh, step 25. 22. Oh, they have a similar thing for if they didn't have that little nut in there. 24, testing. Very similar, to similar effect. 25. Z-axis is finished. Yes. Yes. Section 2, or 3, 4, is now complete. X-axis is done. Time for another gummy bear. You still have some, right? Check the final look compared to the picture. Oh, how does it look compared to the picture? Pretty damn close, I'd have to say. So yeah, that's great. That's good stuff. I'm so glad. Okay, I mean, if the belt isn't tight enough, there's always stuff we can do about that. There's always things that we can look into, but I think it's tight enough. If not, we can just tighten this up a little bit, and there you go. It's done. It's nice and tight. Like that one is quite tight as well, actually. That's very good. It's very nice. Alright, next up, E-axis assembly. Now, I'm not going to get all the way through this, because this is going to be probably quite a long and tedious one. If needs be, I'll finish this one off in my own time, maybe. But yeah, I've only got until 8:30 before I need to be done with everything, because I need to head out and do stuff. Yeah, so that is fine. Oh damn. Sorry, I'll just grab a drink quick. Okay. Yeah. So onto the E-axis stuff. Now I've already spilled it all out over the table here. It's all in black, which is quite interesting. So you have a couple of different parts here. I'm guessing they all will be fit together very early on in this process. Let's see what we need. Oh, we need the bag of bits and bobs for it as well. So here we go. Here's the bag of bits and bobs. We'll open that up. Okay, fine. That's good. Now this is a Bond Tech pulley? Yeah, here it is. It says it here. So this is a Bond Tech extruder thing. So what we do actually first is assemble that. So what I do is I'll pull this printer. Wow. I'll put it over here. Wow. Okay, so next up we have this stuff. Yeah, so I think at first we just need to kind of put some of this stuff together. And this must be, wow. It's a really interesting effect on the base, what you get with the printers with the other sheets. Very interesting effect. It's an interesting texture, I guess you'd say. So this is the Bond Tech stuff in here. We need this bag pretty much for step 3, which is what I'm on now. Step 2, idle assembly part 1. For the following step, please prepare. Why is that so small? There's a tiny nut here. That's a tiny piece of metal. Absolutely crazy. Okay, cool. Well, either way, I think maybe they've part assembled this or something, because there's 2 of these things. They're on a bar already, and there's no nuts in there actually, but there's probably going to be nuts in here, I guess. Oh, you know what? I just realised I had left over from the last one an M18 and a square nut, which is what I would have required in the previous part, or yeah, the part previous to that one, which is yeah. Oh, wait, does that need to go onto that pole? Oh no, it's one of them ones where you tighten the thing in. Okay, cool. Note there are 2 pulleys, 2 types of the pulley in the package, one with and without lock screw. Make sure you're using the correct one. I do have a lock screw without the lock screw. Extruder assembly idler part 1? Is this what we're looking for? Well, I mean, it would be good if they told me exactly where I should be. But yeah, I think this is what I'm supposed to be on. Ensure both bearings are inside the pulley. Are they different? Oh, I see. That one's got That one has a lug nut inside. This one does not. So this will go inside the one without the lug nut. There we go. And I guess they would go onto this part here with the cog facing that way. So we'll push this through here. Bond, dual drive, not single. Yeah. Oh, that doesn't want to go through there. Maybe it's not supposed to. Ensure both bearings are inside the pulley. It does say from this side, push this through. That is scary as hell. Oh dear. Wow, that's really hard to push through. What is going on with this? Slide the shaft through the idler and pulley. Use reasonable force or you will break. Or you will break the part. Place your finger on the bearing and ensure it can rotate freely. God damn. This is not good. I'm going to skip forward a little bit just to see if I am actually doing the right part here. This is right. Oh, damn. Wow, these little bearings are interesting. Okay, either assembly part 2. Without the lock screw. Okay, this is the part that we do have. So I'm going to drop these two in here. We've done that. Press the nuts into the slots. Oh, there's slots here. I nearly missed that. I guess it wouldn't really matter if I did. They're not hard to get to. There's my visual in this printed part. Due to the geometry, the functionality and strength remain unaffected. Okay, that's cool, that's good, that's great. Set the pulley in idler as shown in the picture. Slide the shaft through the idler and pulley. Use reasonable force or you will break the part. There must be a way to do this with this. There we go. That works, doesn't it? Oh, fuck. Okay. You know what? That is just the worst. That is absolutely just the worst. The things inside are supposed to... Oh, they're there. Oh, my God. Why do I do this? Oh, damn. I accidentally left the bearings out. Isn't that just the worst? Yeah, it's the right one. God. I did all of that just to try and get that thing through slightly. Oh, I don't want to rough it up too much. Come on. Get out of it, you. There we go. That should be enough to be able to push these in. There's one. There is two. That's why it went through so easy. Because there's no resistance at all in there. Okay, that's good. Let's just make sure that it's oriented the right way. Good, yeah, fine. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Perfect. So, that is... Yeah, that is right. God, I nearly had a heart attack then. So the big cog is on the right side. That is free spinning, like it's as free as America. Great. Place your finger on the bearing and ensure it can rotate freely. I've done that. Maybe it can go in very slightly more. I'm not sure. You know what it'll do? Oh dear. It just looks like it's... yeah, but it's not, it's fine. Drop that nut back in. Okay, cool. Assembling the filament sensor. Wow, okay, we're at the filament sensor now. We are in big boy time. So we have two other boxes in here. One is Ellie, which is says it's Einsy or something. This is an Ellie LCD screen. Perfect. This is oh, where's this? Not sure what this is. It's a very thin, long cable. We also have a Pritt stick.
Alright, music on Spotify.
What?
Here you go.
Hang on. For some reason, my Google triggered, which is very strange. But yeah, that's this box done and out the way. Yeah. Oh, it's weird to look out the window and it still be light. It's not going to be too long left before that stops happening. So, in this big box of goodies, it's a real big box of goodies. So we have a height sensor, or whatever you call it. There is a Noctua fan without the Noctua, oh geez, Noctua brown stuff on it. Very interesting. Here is a E3D hot end without the E3D logo on it, which is very strange. But yeah, there is that anyway. We have a radial Prusa fan. I think they're called radial fans. These are usually really cheap and crappy. hopefully that one's not. There is a board here, and that's the one we're looking for. That's the one we're after today. Here is an extra cable as well. Oh, just dropped it. Just threw it down like it was nothing. Okay, so on with the next bit. So we need to put this through. I've got like 20 minutes left. Throw the bag away. Perfect. I probably should have got a chair for this one, because this is going to be some intricate stuff. Okay. For the following steps, please prepare the extruder body. Ooh, look at this. Big boy's in. That's this. The filament sensor. Yep. The filament sensor is in the box labeled 2345 SUP. SUP. Be careful with the filament sensor. Do not touch the black PCB nor the chips on it. Wow. They should put them before. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure I haven't touched the blue PCB or the bits on it. But like literally, I don't really want to do anything with it now. I don't want to put it on the table because it's goddamn not supposed to be there. All right. We also need M3, 10 M3. Oh god, 10 M3 nuts, screws. Sorry, 10 M3 screws, and 2 nuts. Only 2. Interesting. Are they the? Oh, they're the hex ones. Okay, 2 hex nuts. 2 hex nuts. Cool. We only need 1 M3 times 10 screw. Why did I read that wrong? That's very strange. Okay, so the back of this. Oh no, sorry, the front of it needs to have one in here. And it does now have one in there. Before we continue with the assembly, we need to insert nuts in the extruder. In the extruder body. Take the extra time and effort to place them in properly. You won't be able to reach them later. Okay. Right, jam that in there. Turn it around. There's another one here. Oh, I can't get the screwdriver down there. Maybe this one will do. Oh, he's not happy about that. Get in the freaking hole. And there we go. They're both in. Okay. Rotate the front part towards you and insert the M3 nut in the slot all the way in. Rotate the rear part towards you and insert the M3 nut in the slot all the way in. I have done that now. Both definitely all the frickin' way in. There is no moving for that. No moving for that. Good. If you can't push the nuts in, use a longer screw from the other side and tighten them until you pull the nut in. Now, in my past experience, I probably should do that, but I can't be bothered to right now. It's so bad to say that, because I know it's going to come back and bite me in the arse later. But I'm just kind of hoping it doesn't. So what we need to do now is we need to put the filament sensor in here. Where'd I put it? It's over here. Now it needs to be facing this way, like this. No, sorry, this way. Like this. That's that. Yeah. Carefully insert the filament sensor in the slot. Do not use force or you might damage the PCB. Great. You should be able to see the hole through the top. Oh, you can. You can definitely see the hole through the top. And there's some kind of reflective light thing there. That's pretty cool. Oh dear. Um, turn the extruder body like in the picture. The pins of the filament sensor must be facing up. Locate the opening for the M3 screw. Take the M3 times 10 screw and tighten the sensor in place. No nut is needed. The screw will self-tap into the plastic. Well, that's interesting. Oh, fuck you. No, come on. Good damn. Really. Okay, so that is what that was for. It's to put the screw through. I kind of thought that it would be for something else. I thought it was like a secondary sensor or something like that, so that if your normal filament sensor doesn't work, then that would work. But no, it's way more boring than that. Okay, let's tighten this up. Let's tighten this in. Haha, no, it's needed a screw all the way into plastic. The sensor must be tightened completely to prevent its movement. But be careful during tightening to avoid damage to the sensor. I feel like it's got like a little... Yeah, it was like a thing in the way of it. I don't know how far in this has to go. It's getting a bit tight now. Now, that is in there, definitely. I don't know how tight that has to go in there, but I might leave it like that, just because it is very, very tight, and I don't know how I feel about tightening that too much, too much. I didn't check behind it to see if there was like a hole that it's actually going into, or if it's just kind of into the abyss kind of thing. Although in fairness, as I'm tightening it up, it doesn't seem to be causing the board any stress, so I'm going to keep going for now. Oh dear. Right down to the board. Okay, yeah, no, that is supposed to go right down to the board. That's very interesting. So yeah, that doesn't move whatsoever now. So that's good. I'm glad I tested it a little bit. Next up, we go back to this part. It needs 2 washers. This is the first time we've used washers in this whole assembly, can you believe it? And I think they're plastic ones. 2 plastic washers. Now we need a M330. That'll probably be one of these. I mean, that's really going to be hard to tell if it's the right one or not. But yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. Hopefully. Translucent washers are placed on the idler due to better visibility for the viewer. They need to place them as in the picture. Oh god. Winky face. For the following steps, please prepare that translucent washers are placed on the idler due to better visibility. Oh, I see. So they're placed on top of that because so that you can actually see that they're there, not for them to actually be there. Okay. Next up, this needs to click onto something. Oh shit, what did I just drop? Oh, one of the nuts, of course. There he is. Nuts goes in. There we go. Now, I can't really tell where that's actually going. Is it just me? So this is down that way there. That is there. So it goes over here. Like that. Well, that's interesting. Turn the extruder body like in the picture. The pins must be facing to the right. Well, they are. Insert M330 screw into the hole. This one. There we go. Place the washer from the other side. There we go. Assemble the idler on the screw. Oh, I see. Okay. They want you to put a washer on here. Then to slide this on. Then to put another washer on here. Like that. Was there a nut for this? I can't remember if there was. No? We're just going to leave it free to dangle. That's fine. Assembling the extruder motor pulley part 1. Okay, that's cool. I mean, we're getting quite far now. I'll probably end it in a couple of minutes. So, yeah, there we go. It's definitely getting there though. I mean, oh my god. We moved on to the E-axis. After this part is done, there's literally not that much to do. I don't know if I'll finish it off in extra time. I'll probably, I might be able to finish off next time on Thursday, not Saturday. Yeah, so I'll leave that there. I might finish this section off in my spare time though, just so that's all done. Cool. Yeah, so assembling the extruder motor pulley part 1. So we finally bang out the final motor. Here it is. Here he is. That's great. So it will say extruder on the back, and there is no other motors left, so it's definitely this one. For the following step, please prepare extruder motor Bontech pulley with the lock screw. Oh, that's what they mean. So it's got the lock screw in it. I thought I had to follow a whole different set of instructions. No, this is what they meant. One of them has the little lock nut in it, the other one doesn't. Yeah, that's great. Ensure you're using the correct motor. There's a label on the bottom. The reason is, each motor has a different cable length. There is a second spare lock screw in the package. That's what that's for. It's just a spare. In that case, I might stick it in a bag by itself. Back here. This might even be the bag that the Bontech stuff came in. Cool. That is done. Okay, so with this facing downwards, we want to put this on here so the nut is on the top, and we want the, 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 the lug nut. I think it's called lug nut. What do you call it? No, lug nut's what they use on drums. Why am I saying lug nut? Or maybe it is the right name for it. Yeah, so we'll unscrew that, we'll put that down. We could probably put this onto the body and then I might leave it there. So we'll pull this down. There's a flat part on the motor, rotate it towards you. Slide the pulley on, note the correct orientation. The screw must be facing directly against the pad. Slightly tighten, the final adjustment will be done later. Cool, so that's that. Don't press the pulley against the motor, leave it at the very top of the shaft. See the picture. I mean, it's fairly near the top of the shaft, I guess. I guess it's got going quite far to be able to meet up with the other guy, hasn't it? Is this put in the wrong way or something? Because how the hell is that supposed to fit there? Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't fit there. It goes this way instead. I was thinking, because if they're going to put that in there. Oh, I see why they say that now. Oh. You know what? I might have to undo that a bit more. Now I know what's coming up. I think I know what's coming up. Leave it right at the tippy top. It says even with a couple of mils outside of the motor bit. That's interesting. Find the package. Oh wait, see the picture. Find in the package 2 M330 screws. 2 more of these big boys. That's a weird thing to say. 2 more of these guys. Cool. Before mounting the motor, ensure the second translucent washer is still on the top. Thank you for reminding me for that. That's great. Shit, what did I just drop out? Oh, one of the nuts. Oh dear. These things. I mean, it's not even going to be a hard one to get to be honest. But yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll do it the way they say. So we want to put... Oh, damn. Okay. I'm going to put this with that facing downwards. Okay, that's cool. So we will stick that like that. We'll twist that around until it's fairly... a little bit tight. We don't want to do it too tight because otherwise we won't be able to fit anything else through. Not that one. I'm going to do it for this one and this one. Come on. There we go. There's a good screw. Right, cool. There's the hole. And it's going in. Yes. Things you should never say on a live stream. There we go. 3 screws in. The motor is on. It's facing the right way, I think. We'll probably find out one time at band camp. And we'll probably find out there's too tight actually because I can't undo the middle bit. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe that's part of the charm of the middle bit. So I put that in there, and that kind of works. The cogs are intertwined up here, and that is great. That is good stuff. Okay, I will do maybe one more page, and we'll probably cut it there, And maybe I'll start back from where I am now, or maybe I'll finish this off in my spare time tonight when I get home. We'll see how it goes. Open the eyes of the pulley to have direct access to the pulley. That's what I just did, actually. To have direct access to the pulley. Use a piece of 1.75mm filament from the spool to align the pulley with the opening for the filament. Arrows only indicate the direction. Okay, well, I mean, I threw some of that exact filament away yesterday. Here it is. Okay, let me just trim it up a little bit so it's a bit more, a bit straight around the edges. Okay, there we go. Use reasonable force, as you may damage the thread. Use the reasonable force. Okay. So I mean that is going. It's going quite well, I guess. This one here is perfect on the back end. Can you see it when I'm looking down? I guess you can. It might need to go out a very slight, tiny bit more. But yeah, other than that, it's not too bad. That is, I mean, I guess you could even line it up with the rest of the thing. So let's turn it around so you can see the nut. And you can see the nut in there. There's the bit where the filament threads. It's very awkward. Okay, so if I push this like that, I push that down, that donks back into place. Ha, okay, fine. Now what we'll do is we'll push down into here. I think I see what they mean now, actually. I think they mean to just do this with the filament inside the machine. So that it just kind of... maybe like 0.5 mm out, which is just the weirdest, the worst even. Like half a nail out. I think that's perfect. It feels perfect. It looks good. I have a great day. See you later, Matt Johnson. Have a good time. Yeah, so I guess I might leave it there as well. In fact, because I need to get going. Um, yeah. So this is actually step 14 done. Step 15. This is where it gets good. So guys, make sure you come back in the next episode. That will be Thursday. It's not an episode because it's not like a thing that I've already pre-planned or anything like that. But come back on Thursday where I will continue building. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to get through still. Look, all them pages of notes. Why would you take notes in this book? I don't know. Maybe you would. There's so much more stuff to do. We've got to get the plastic stuff on the front of it, you know, with the LCD panel and all that. We've got to put this all together yet. Still, I mean, there's yeah. If you look at the actual picture of one, you'll see that there's a lot of stuff we need to look into and to do. I will finish off the other rod. I'll test. I might do something just to test that out, or to try and loosen it up a little bit, or maybe I'll try and replace it so that it can be a bit stronger or something. But I'll do something with that. And yeah, so that's about it for this episode. Thanks for watching.